recording? I hope so.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Perfect.
We're doing the thing.
Perfect.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Oh my God, you look so good. Okay, welcome back to another episode of Inside Out Universe. Thank you so much, guys, for coming back and tuning into another episode. Today, I have a very, very special guest. She's not even in Toronto often, so I'm very happy that I was able to catch her while she was here. Yeah. This is my friend, Shy. Hi, Shy.
Hi, babe. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so blessed to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course. You came in hot because I was like, bro, why do you look so fire right now? I'm wearing gym clothes, bro.
Don't even do me like that. You look good, but I had to show out for you.
Oh, you're killing it. You're a
You look
superstar.
amazing. Look at the style in here, too. I'm like, if I showed up any less than this, then I'd be like,
you're a fucking
can we
superstar. So first, before we go into the episode, I had a question for you.
Okay.
Why is your name actually Shy? Like, why do we call you Shy?
Yeah, this is always a topic of like conversation with everyone because they're like, you're not shy. Like, what is the whole
My friend
thing?
asked me that. I was like, she's like, who's your guest today? I was like, her name's Shy.
Yeah.
She goes, is she shy? I was like, actually, no, she's not.
I think it's like a breakdown of my name. My actual name is Sheila.
That's
so
so
I used
cute.
to go, surprise, surprise.
My best friend's name is Sheila.
Really?
Yeah.
See?
I've known her for 15 years.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Put a pin
more,
on
I
that
think.
because we got to talk about long-term girl friendships because that was amazing. But
Okay.
yeah, that's my name. So I used to go by that as an artist, but it was confusing for me. So I kind of wanted to separate myself and my artistry.
I understand that.
Which like long down the road, I'm like, maybe I should have did that.
No, it's
But
fire.
still,
I've
it helped
always
me-
known you as Shy.
It helped me like just solidify my brand as like a musician and as an artist. So
Yeah.
that's why I go with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So now that she kind of mentioned it, Shy is an artist of many sorts. When you walked in, I try not to talk to my guests too much when they walk in because I want to keep everything for the camera.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, you look fire. And then I wanted to go on and say like, obviously, because she's also a designer, she makes her own clothes.
Yes.
She's a singer, songwriter. But the clothing thing in particular is something I really want to talk to you about.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so a few years back, I don't know if you remember this or not, I came over to your house.
Yes.
And you showed me around your house, which
Yeah.
was insane because I didn't know. I always watch your videos on your Instagram and your outfits are always fire, especially when you're performing.
Yeah, thank
I didn't
you.
know that you made them.
Yeah.
So then she takes me downstairs to like, what was it, like your basement area?
My studio. Little
And she
thing.
has a whole studio with like sewing machines, different fabric. That's so fire.
I know, and it just grew. Like I'm always getting more like equipment because I'm like, oh, I could use this. I could use this. I just love creating like with material things.
Yeah.
There's a different feeling to it.
Yeah.
And like when I was younger, I was just always like I didn't have access to so much stuff. So I used to have to make things for myself. And then even when you imagine an outfit and it's not out there, it's like, who could do this?
Yeah.
I'm like, I can do it myself. And then when I went to high school, I took some classes and now that was like the technical part. So I know how to put stuff together. And then it's mixed with my personality, which works perfectly.
You're such a, like, when I say like artist, I mean that in every sense of the word
you.
because that's so insane to me that somebody writes their own songs, performs their own songs, fucking does the planning, all the business things on that side, and then designs the clothes too.
Yeah.
Holy, that's insane.
a lot.
So you
Thank
got
you.
into it when you were in high school.
Yeah, that's like where I learned the actual construction, the work. And then when I moved over here to Canada, I actually went to OCAD for a little bit and I was doing material art. So I was learning fabric now, like down to how this came to exist. I mean, it's kind of boring for me.
But that's cool.
But
though.
it's really cool. It's like tedious, repetitive work, but then it makes such beautiful stuff. And I was like, I like this, but I actually like to put it together. So
Yeah, do it myself.
catch me being a
So
designer.
do you enjoy, like, is it the destination of like having something dope to wear? Or is it like, do you also enjoy the process?
Ooh, good question. Yeah, I think I enjoy challenging myself and seeing if I can actually make something work and make it look nice. The other day, I was just making something and I had to pull out my calculator and I'm like, what is this?
That's
Am I
crazy.
in math class? But I'm like, oh, it actually makes sense.
That's how you know she knows what she's doing. She had to bring out the calculator.
Because it's like, okay, this angle, it's a lie. It gets deep. But I just like challenging myself. And then I guess it's just also the reception that people have to like stuff that I've made. Because sometimes I'm just like, oh, it's just any other regular thing.
And then
someone's
people
like,
are like, no, it's not.
they're like, yo, what do you mean? So it's always such a fun experience because I'm like, this is kind of simple to me, but it's amazing that it can be like beautiful to other people. So,
Have you ever thought about like having your own clothing brand?
For sure. Like, it's actually something I'm working on right now.
Oh, I love that.
So, yeah, I opened HooksnLooks. That's what it's called, actually.
It's called HooksnLooks?
Yeah, there's already a name and everything for it. Yeah, I worked on it a little bit, like, last year before I left for Kenya. And, I was, like, selling outfits and custom making stuff for, like, artists for their sets, which that is actually really fun because you get to make something completely like for them and like it just fits them. So that was fun. And now I'm actually working on creating like a drop for the fall or something. It's still new to me.
I'm so excited.
Girl, fashion is a lot, but I got you.
Like the little
honestly, if I remember, I would have brought you something.
You know, like some of the outfits that you made before, I saw a few like little jeans. Skirts that you had, and then like the little tops. I want one.
Listen, I'm gonna take your measurements before I leave.
Oh, I love you.
Yeah,
I
got you.
That.
No, for real. Because we gotta push this brand. I really love fashion.
Oh, that would be great. I would love to be involved because I wholeheartedly believe in your vision. Because when I came to your house and I saw how like serious you were, just the aura of like your studio, I was like, oh, she loves doing this. Yeah. There's shit everywhere. Different fabrics. I loved it.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, not that it was anything like what you do. I was just a little kid. So, but I used to like take like little, like cut out little pieces of like magazines that had cool prints on them.
Cool.
Like leopard prints and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I would make like little outfits using those fabrics and then like stick them into like my notebook.
Okay.
Yeah. And I loved doing that. And when you said like, oh, I love the idea of designing for like artists because I design it just specifically for them.
Yeah.
When I got older, I was like, would I ever do that? Like, would I ever come out with like a clothing line because I really like doing it?
Whoa.
And I was like, if I ever do, I would love to make it a thing where it's like there is only one of each piece.
Of something, yeah. It's like the next is never like the last.
Yeah.
And like some people will look at that as like, oh, it's a little messy because when you go to couture side, now that's like, girl, it's like straight to work.
Serious.
That's why I prefer to do custom making because like I'll just wake up and I don't even know what I'll be making. Sometimes the fabrics just leave themselves because I'm like, I would start like the other day I was trying to make something and I was making some little pants and I don't know how I ended up with a skirt, but the skirt looked good.
She said I started with pants and ended up as a skirt. But
yeah, because I'm just like cutting and I'm like, okay, it won't work. So I got to do this now. And then, and then before you know it's a whole fit. I'm showing my girl and she's like, are you sure you didn't buy that? I'm like, girl, you literally saw the fabric.
Imagine it's like the people who like bring things to like parties and they're like, I cooked it, but they like bought it from like a store. That's you with all your clothes.
She's like,
Since you do so many different types of, I've always wanted to ask this question from someone who does multiple things.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite? Or do you have to prevent yourself from having a favorite?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't feel like I have a favorite. I love them all, but I definitely have seasons where something overtakes the other. Especially when I started doing fashion, it's very like you're in it. Sometimes I'm like sewing from maybe like, let's say I start at like 9 a.m. I check the clock, it's like 5 p.m. Like where did 8 hours go? And to me, it just feels like a snap of a finger because you're really in it. You're cutting, there's fabric everywhere. You're like sewing at the same time. You're ironing, like you're doing multiple things. So like, when I get in fashion, I really like get carried away with it. I'm like, okay. So it's always like a balance game. There's never like, oh, I got this figured out. Sometimes I'm like, wait, you haven't actually said anything about your music for like 3 weeks, girl. You're an artist.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, get back to it. So it's a balancing act.
But that's how you know you love it, though. If you're able to get lost in something and like zone out while you're in it, I think that's like one way you know you love something because like I'll be sitting on my computer for hours and like writing, like reading cases and like writing case comments and stuff like that. And everybody will tell me that looks so fucking boring. You couldn't pay me to do it. And like you literally could not pay me enough to do this.
But you're involved.
I can see from the outside how it would look like that to other people, but because I'm so in it, I'm not even reading. I'm in the story. I'm in the courtroom. I'm there.
You are a character. You're like literally observing from the room. You're in the courtroom with everybody else. I love that. I love that you have something that also makes you feel like that because a lot of people sometimes don't have that. So we shouldn't take it for granted, you know?
No, for sure. That's definitely like what it's like to be like have like an artist's soul. No matter what you do, you get lost in it and like you just create your own little world. Yeah, I love that. So you just came back from Kenya.
Yes, motherland. Hold on. Let me because
I love that. That's so cute. How long were you gone for?
Jeez, 7 months.
Damn, that's a long time.
It was supposed to be 2 months. Actually, technically, in my head, I was like 3 months would be like prime for me. And then I got there and damn, I hadn't lived there in a while. And I didn't really experience like just growing up there, and I was missing it so much. I didn't know that I actually needed to
I
be
didn't know
there
I
that
missed
long. I didn't know I missed it that much because I was there. I was in Kenya previously, like maybe a year before, but I was there for just 6 weeks, and that was so chaotic for me the first time because I was going back after like 13 years. I'm like, what is going
6 weeks
on?
is not enough.
It was
after
not.
13
It was
years.
too much.
Yeah.
So I was like, the next time I go back, I actually have to make it
like stay
worth my time. And then when it comes with the music together too, it's like such a fun. It's like such a fun experience. Like the way Kenyans experience music outside especially is so fire.
Wait, I have so many questions about
Please
that.
ask.
Okay, first of all, I need to tell you this. I have like a bucket list of like places I want to go to. And anybody who knows me knows that Kenya's at the top of that list.
Yes.
Because first of all, I used to have a neighbor that was Kenyan when I lived in Chicago.
Yeah.
He was the most lit human being I've ever met in my fucking life. And he completely sold me on it. Because, first of all, it didn't take much to sell me on it. Because at first, I was like, I love animals. Everything I hear about, like, wildlife and nature is just Kenya.
Yeah.
So it was already pretty up there.
Mm-hmm.
But then I saw this guy partying what felt like every single fucking night. With his friends, his family. He just was so happy. And he worked a corporate-ass job. So I was like, the fact that this guy's able to party every night and maintain like a corporate job. Listen,
don't try to like go out with a Kenyan and try to match their level. Like you have to know yourself. Otherwise, you wake up and it's like 3 days later, you're like, what? Where are we? Like a lot's going on. People really enjoy party life. And when I was surprised, like any day, anytime, I would just feel like, you know what? I can hit a club. I will find a club that's popping.
You're joking.
People are popping bottles. You're literally pulling up at 6 a.m. and somebody's like, Dory, man. I'm like, the hell?
You're joking. I love that.
It's so fun.
He told me something like, if you ever want to come to Kenya, prepare your liver and your knees.
Yes.
Because all you'll be doing is drinking and dancing.
Everywhere you go.
I love that.
Yeah, there's actually this cider. I'm not even going to mention them because they're not sponsoring the girl yet. But they have such nice ciders out there too. So if you're not like a strong like liquor drinker, you can drink like stuff like that, but don't get twisted too, because you will have like a bottle or two of those and you're like, it's always my Uber.
It's always the drinks that taste good that'll have you fucked
delicious. There's one that was like pineapple mint. God, I couldn't stop myself from it. I'm like, this is delicious.
I'm so Middle Eastern that when you said pineapple mint, I said that would be a fire hookah. That's immediately what came into my mind.
Yo, shout out the hookah in Kenya too. You would enjoy
There's hookah in Kenya too? Is it fire?
Clubs, yeah. Right now, like they have anything that you can find. Like Nairobi is so, like I was feeling like it's a dystopian type place. I don't even know how to explain because there's so much technology, like high rises. It low-key looks like Toronto. But then like the infrastructure is like poor. Like people are investing, but just for themselves. You know what I mean? So these condos that are coming up, they don't call them condos. When I was saying condos, they're like, what are you talking about? What do they call them actually? Wait. We'll come back to that if I remember. I actually can't remember. But I kept saying condo and they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, condominium. They're like, no. Anyway.
What is that?
But there's plenty. But then the infrastructure is like poor because like our leaders are trash.
Are they? I was going to ask you, is there a huge like difference in terms of like the lower class and the upper class?
Yeah.
Is it like one of those places where like there is no middle class?
There is a middle class though.
There is a middle class?
I feel like middle class is definitely holding the society, but it's maybe par to par with like the lower class. So it's like a hustle. Like people are outside every day, like anytime, just trying to get something. You really have to be sharp because like they will sell you anything.
Oh, that's crazy.
And they know how to read if you're new. They just Kenyans, oh my, you have to be on your toes.
Did they? Okay, so when I go to Iran, when I went to Iran like a few years ago, because I haven't been in like years, they literally looked at me as if like I was a white person, like I was Canadian, you know? And no matter how much Farsi I spoke or whatever, they just knew that I was not from there. And they're like nice to people who are not from there. They're not really trying to like do too much because they want visitors to go back. Is it like a similar vibe where everyone was like, girl, you're Canadian, get out of here?
Yeah, I would try my best. Like sometimes my friends would even tell me, do not speak English in here at all. Because once they hear your accent, like, and I'm like, I don't even have one. I don't think I do, but like I do when I go back
when you go there.
Because I'd say something like, this was so funny to me. I was talking about someone that I'm like, the person. Oh, my friends were like, huh? And they laugh, right? Because like the R now is getting heavy because I'm saying it a lot, like car, door. We don't say that back there, but I would just say that one word and they're like, yeah. So where you be living at?
Where you from?
You got some dollars?
That's
like,
so hilarious.
Calm down.
So you went back there for 7 months.
Yeah.
I always see that you're hardcore representing Kenya.
I love my
and I
country.
love that.
Yeah.
I really, really, truly love that. Because I kind of feel like every time I see you on my Instagram, I get to experience a little bit of your
You're
culture when you post like music and stuff. I love that.
So cool.
So when you were there, you were making music.
Yeah, I was.
that's fine.
Tons of music. I got to meet like many artists, and it was really amazing. Even like amazing producers. There were so many opportunities. People wanted to work with me as well. And I was like, oh Lord, there was a lot going on. So I just had to kind of focus on what I needed to do. And for me, I wanted to first get on media and like really put my face out there. So I was able to do that. I actually wanted to release Africa before, but things happen. Because I felt like it would have been the perfect segue. Like I just landed and I recorded it literally 3 days after I landed. So like that was my thought process. But things happen behind the scenes.
I heard two things that I have to tell you.
Yeah.
First of all, when I was coming here, my friend, do you know Moonlight? Ali's Major Curl's girlfriend.
I don't think I've met her.
The curly hair girl with like crazy colored hair.
I haven't.
First of all, I was on my way here and she's like, okay, who's coming to your podcast tonight? And I was like, it's Shy. She was the one that made the comment. And then she was like, wait, is it like Shy, like Sticky Shy? Because you have a song with Rocco called Sticky. Yeah. And I was like, it is. And she goes, I swear to God, she's going to watch this right now. She was like, I love her. I love her so much. And in my head, I didn't say anything, but I was like, I'm definitely going to tell her on the podcast that you said that. She was like, I love her. I love her so much. She's obsessed with you.
Me.
She's fangirling.
My heart.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. Like, I love to hear that sometimes because I'm like, it just reminds you like you're doing something that matters and it just has a voice.
But your voice is also crazy because I wasn't that close with you. I met you through Rocco.
Yeah, that's how we met.
And you made music with Rocco, and you guys have had like jam sessions before, and you've known Rocco for a while. But I remember the first time where I actually like really, really heard your voice. Yeah. I was like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then I met you, and I was like, bro, she's fire. I was like, who is this girl, bro? She's a fucking superstar.
Thank you. Oh my God.
And then Rocco also told me, Rocco was like, I was like, hey, I have Shy on my podcast today. Like, what kind of stuff, like, should I ask her? Like, what do you want to know? I always ask my friends because I actually want to know what they want to know.
Okay.
And he was like, ask her about like her experience working in Kenya, because she was like, I don't know if you know this or not, but she's popping out there. And I was like, that's insane, bro. So do people like,
oh my God,
what, like when you go there to work with artists, do they already like know who you are, or do you reach out to them, or are they people you know? Like, how does that go?
So there's like different types. It just depends with the vibe. There's people who have heard of me. They've definitely heard my voice. They're like, wait,
is this?
Yeah. Like they put the dots together. And then there's people who like I introduce myself to because, they've really progressed in their career, and then they see my stuff and they're like, yeah, this is cool. So it's always like a mix of different experiences with people like outside.
You don't ever get like, I know this is such a like awkward question
to ask.
It's because I'm an awkward ass person. You don't ever get like shy? Like when you're in the studio with like random artists, like some of them maybe like you've never met before or like you've never worked before, does it affect like your performance?
No, actually.
Does it make it better? Because you're like, yo, I got something to prove.
I'd be like, wait till you hear this voice. You gonna love it. But I didn't used to be like that though. I used to be like, I guess that's why my name is literally, that's why I took Shy, because I had to remind myself to be opposite of that. Because I was like, yo, you're gonna be shy and nobody will hear your voice. Like, it'll just be you in your bathroom.
So you were like, shy.
Yeah, and I feel like I still am. Like, I have a lot of nerves when it comes to around especially music. Design is different. It feels very freeing for me. Like, but music is like, people are actually looking at you.
And judging.
So the
thing with music, like, everybody critiques it as if they can make it. It's like, bruh,
yo, let me tell you, like, when I was in Kenya, so I got posted on this major blog. And then there was mixed reviews, because some people just be typing to type. Someone was like, fire, on mute. I said, Jesus.
That's actually
you don't
like...
have to do that.
That's actually an interesting comment, because she's still calling you sexy in a way. Like, she's like, oh, like she's
a backhanded
sexy.
compliment. Like, here you go, I guess.
But I don't understand people that, like, go out of their way to say negative shit. Not even on some, like, oh, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. Not even that. It's like, you literally take the time out of your day to type something that's not even constructive.
At all.
Like, if it was constructive, I could live with that.
Me too. I can.
If somebody comments under my podcast and it's like, oh, like, you talk too much about this, talk more about this, or like the lighting is this and do this.
Yeah, you can work around that. Yeah.
But you're just saying some shit that's not even constructive.
No,
like,
you don't even know. Like, they're bored. They're bored. They're called internet warriors. So we like them though. You know, the thing I've had to, we like them, yeah. Because one thing I've learned is that being a creator, you're always just giving, like you're always giving energy. It's always going to be polarizing. So anything can make you money.
Yeah,
you just have to figure it out. And once you get out of like, knowing that this person actually does not know you. You know, like, I just look at all the things I'm doing. I'm like, sir, like, thank you for the comments. You know, I actually love getting those comments because I really respond back. I'm like in my Rihanna era, where she used to be on Twitter, just like, that's me. I can't help myself because you'll say some slick shit and I'll be like, right, so about that thing you say.
I love that. You know what I do with negative comments?
Yeah.
I always like them. I always like them. I always make sure to, like, even if I don't like all the comments, the negative ones, I make sure to go and like, because
it's
I'm
so
like,
satisfying.
because I'm like, it must suck that you didn't get a response or a reaction out of me, but that I liked your comment and now you're thinking, wait, did she really understand that I was dissing her?
Yeah. So you have to sit down on your diss and be like, damn, I have to come harder. And I'm like, yes, come back to my page again and engage with it.
See you tomorrow. That's hilarious. I love that. But
Right?
you gotta have to kind of like build like thick skin.
You do. Yeah. I feel like the way you were saying, like, you get in your own world, I'm so in my world. Like, I don't be hearing nothing. I can't hear it.
Girl, you're so fire. You have like it's not even a matter of like being an artist. I feel like a lot of people are artists.
Yeah.
And I love that. But you're a superstar.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Knock on wood. You have the personality of a superstar. You really do. Like when you like, even like, see, you don't even know who Moonlight is, but from you going over there to their house and her like seeing you on social media and stuff, she like is already a fan.
I love that.
Because you have that, like you just have a certain sauce.
Oh.
Yeah, you have a certain sauce. I fuck with it a lot.
Thank you.
So tell me some shit that you don't want to tell anybody else. For example, have you ever worked with any artists that are like made you be like, bruh, next time I gotta vet these artists a little bit harder?
Girl.
Tell us, give us names.
Okay. I want to so bad. I've grown past this, so we'll just talk about this story.
Okay.
But I feel like, shit, if I say that, then it's so obvious. There's a majority of projects that I've done collaboratively with some people.
I know it's not a majority. I know that. I know right now when
it's
I
just like,
question.
I promise you, it's maybe like 3% that I'm like, I really enjoyed like the full experience from beginning to end. There was nothing. But majority of the music I've made has had so much fiction around it. And it's so strange. Because it's like, it's creators... you know, kind of butting heads.
Because creators are stubborn too.
We're stubborn. And I know I'm stubborn. That's what I was saying. Like, I was even telling you before, like, I could be on set with people. I'm just like, if I tell someone to put the light the way I'm thinking, they won't do it, right? So I'll just get up and go do it. I'm like, okay, come, you know. I need to learn how to, like, kind of know how to delegate well. But at the same time, too, is like, I would rather do that and actually get the product I wanted than, like, second chance, But when it comes to the music, like, ooh.
That's so Kanye
majority of the time. Yeah. I mean, I'm a Gemini like him. Shout out to the Geminis in the world.
That makes so much sense.
We're so bipolar.
Where is he these days? Where is Kanye?
Tweeting somewhere. I don't know.
I'm so concerned about him.
He's gonna come out in another couple months, give us like some energy, and then go back in hiding. Honestly, when I'm rich, that's what you should.
That's
expect.
what you're gonna do. But you know what though? Like I was thinking that like I had an episode where I talked to one of my guests about like did you see like Justin Bieber like crashing out?
Yo, yeah, he's been kind of going through it.
But like I was thinking about it, and I was like, if I were like famous and I popped off like that, I would never stay in LA. Yeah, like maybe I'd come and go and like have my little vacation home there and like whatever. But you're so rich, you could literally do and be anywhere and make yourself a little LA.
Mm-hmm. What I feel is that like majority of people are actually addicted to that lifestyle and that rush. It's not even like for me personally, because our personalities are like beach vibes. That's what we're thinking. But for them, they're like, we want to be where the party's at, where the people are popping. I need to be talked about every day. I'm like, I don't need that. Like, but it works for them because of being a creator. Also, you need to be in people's mouths. So I'm like, oh, but I wouldn't choose that. I would not choose that. That's too hard.
Like, what's the point? Like, it's hectic. It's dangerous. It's just
it's actually dangerous.
You know, and it's always the people who, like, the people from where you're from that hate on you the most.
Yo, it be them.
Is that not your experience also? Because for me, like, every time in my life I've done anything, most of the hate I get is from the people that are from the place that I'm from.
You're from, I feel like it's, like, these are such usual sayings, but truly, like, people who know you, like, every aspect about you, they find it really hard to respect that you also are gifted in something else. Like they find it so hard. They would rather shit on you for the longest until when you pop up, they're like, well, we always kind of knew. And there's like always this backhanded compliments. Like I see all the time, even with my family sometimes. Like I'm just like, they're proud, but at the same time, there's that, I don't know, because I'm
Like
very
envy?
different. Yeah. I don't know if it's envy or more like, I don't want to like
Judgment?
put words on it because I'm still trying to figure out what the hell.
What it is, yeah.
I'm trying to focus on myself. But I feel it sometimes, right? Because they'll just make comments. Maybe auntie will be like, so you're still doing that little...
Oh my God, when they put the little in front of something you do.
It's like, this is actually not little, but thank you.
Yeah.
But I'm
I
like,
hate
where
that.
does that come from? I don't like that.
Do you know what I think it is? This is my speculation, right?
Yeah.
I think that it's because because they know you more, they've kind of maybe even grew up with you, know people around you, or like almost like relate to you more.
Yeah.
It hurts them more that you were able to do something and they weren't. You know what I mean? Because
Like,
when
how
it's
dare
somebody
you?
that's like more like further removed from you, they kind of dissociate and they're like, well, you know, that person lives in LA and LA is different than Toronto and this and this and that and
Yeah.
whatever. So they
But-
can't really relate to that person. So they're like, yeah, that's why they succeeded. But if everything is the same and you succeeded and they didn't, then that hurts.
It does. But it's like, that's what you want, right?
For people to put your city on the map.
Like, why are we doing things vice versa? You're saying this and doing, like, I don't get people. Like, I feel like as artists, we actually we get to see so much about people. And even us ourselves, people get to see a lot, but we actually get to see a lot about people. I can read people's energy sometimes and I just know directly when I come in where, like, someone feels threatened by me or someone feels they're better than me. Like, I can feel it.
Yeah.
I know immediately. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is the vibe we're coming with. I won't even address it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I know what I'm fucking, like, I know what I'm in it. You know what I'm dealing with.
And that's what matters. It's not a matter of like the reactions
Nope.
you give people. It's just like you know where you
Yep.
stand with somebody and like you don't need other people to validate it. You
Nope.
don't need other people to deny it. You know what it
just
is
like,
and you
okay.
just keep it moving.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel you. So this is my question for you.
Yeah.
What is your favorite and what is your least favorite thing about the music industry?
Ooh. Okay, favorite. I'll start with the positive. The ability to just bring things to life and like vocalize some things that people are thinking, but it's like based off your own story. So you actually just see it like a couple. You're like, okay, it's just someone. But then someone hears that and they're moved. I'm like, wow. Like, you know the words to my song.
Yeah.
I wrote that by myself.
Yeah,
Like,
that's such a good
it's
feeling.
crazy. Like, you're singing over. I love that. The downside, I would say, however, is like the audience. There's like a difference between the audience and the industry. So like they don't understand that middle part of what we have to deal with, right? They just see the face. How do I explain this deeper? It's like, by the time I'm coming on stage to do a song, there's probably some shit that happened backstage, or someone hasn't paid me on time, or they're not trying to pay me.
Yeah.
They say they would. Like, I'm also, like, I'm dealing with that. But I
Yeah.
still have to come and give a show. I don't like that. I feel like there's some pretense of some nature.
Yeah.
Because you kind of have to put it behind and
To
be like,
pretend to be, because it's entertainment, right?
It is.
Sadness and frustration and
Yeah.
anger are not entertaining.
they're not. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to see you come there, like, unless you make it into a song, I guess.
Or it's
Maybe
like
that's
some
what
kind
I
of
need
like
to do.
clickbait type shit.
You know? I mean, you can make it into a brand if you like, but nobody wants to do any of that.
Yeah,
So
coming
I don't
up
like
off
that.
of hate is horrible.
It's hard. And, like, why would anyone want that?
That sounds like a miserable life.
Shit, some people might like it.
I've been watching this like Persian like reality TV show.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Persian Love Island. And some of these people do like so much shit just to get clout
Oh my
off
God.
of hate. And I'm like, okay, I understand. Like, even though I wouldn't do it, I can understand why somebody would want clout. A lot
Yeah.
of these people are artists. They're trying to put their businesses
Out
on.
there.
They're trying to put their brand out. They want their name to get out there. I respect that. I get it. Do what you got to do. But off of hate is crazy because you got to be a different kind of person
Yeah.
to aim for that. I get
know.
if you like do something and you get some hate, like what you said, and you're like, whatever, I get paid either way. But like, if your end goal is to piss people off,
Yeah, like, what do you need?
what is happening?
You're trying to, like, what do you call it when you're just trying to release your feelings on someone else? That's too much.
hilarious.
I don't like that. I don't like people who move like that because, like, there's so many other choices you can make, literally, when it comes to, like, putting your business on. So I'm like, why do that version? Even, like, for example, in Kenya, like, the type of videos some people do, I'm just like, Why?
Wait, what kind of videos? Tell me.
Okay.
Tell us more.
There's a lot of like talking about each other type things. Like people throw shade at each other.
Oh, okay.
So like, I don't even know. I can't really go into details because I don't dig into it. That's why I told you. For me, it's like I'm here.
You have tunnel vision just on what you want. Yeah.
I'm just in my little world. And I'm like, they say what? That's me. But talking about other people or like people working together for a while and then something goes wrong and then they use that opportunity to go online and go back and forth at each other and expose things from like 10 years. I was like, remember? I'm like, bruh.
Have you ever been in a scandal?
I haven't.
Have you been in like an artist scandal?
I don't think I've been in a scandal. Have you been in a scandal with me?
Let's
Please
make
let
a
us know.
scandal
Thank
now.
you.
Okay.
But I don't think I have, like, not big enough to like make it to blogs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I actually try to keep my life very private. Like,
That's good.
I try to like keep it, you know, the close things to me very close, and then music, just release the art. Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I respect that a lot because I always think about that. And I always think like, if you know that what you're going to do is going to bring you a lot of fame, which as an artist, that's what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how you get paid. That's how you make your money.
Yeah.
You have to prepare yourself for that life.
Yep.
And preparing yourself for that life means like setting the tone for your career, setting a certain foundation where it's like J. Cole, I love that guy. He is so like, he started this shit with certain principles in mind where he was like, I am not going to be this type of artist that sits down and does this and this and this. I'm going to have a private life. Nobody's going to know what I'm doing in my marriage.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to know about this. And he goes around fucking biking around the city like a fucking G.
He's so cool.
I love
You
him.
might just drive past him some point. I would love to see that. That would be so cool.
I know.
Hi, Jacob.
Drake was in the city
Shout out,
I
Jacob.
think it was like a couple weeks ago or something.
For real.
And he was driving this big ass van around the city. But he, like, I kind of almost
That's so
don't
cool.
like that because in my mind, I'm like, this dude only ever pops out. You only ever see this dude when he's trying to do something.
Yeah.
And then his music video came out the next couple
Okay,
like the
so
days
you know
after
that's what he was doing. Does he even live here sometimes, or is he always outside of here?
This is gonna sound so creepy. I drive around his neighborhood. He lives
I think I've driven past
it's
his house. Too.
what's it called?
I can't remember.
Is
the
it
name of
Post
the
Road?
street. I cannot remember.
I forgot.
The name of the street,
But he lives
yeah.
like I used to live close to where he lives, not on the rich fancy side, on the other side actually.
You could see the rich people.
It wasn't that was the worst part. And I drive past his house and I just kind of like sometimes like drive by with my friends and we're like listening to music and we're looking at his house and we're like, this shit's fucking crazy.
I know.
And we just sit there and we manifest and we talk about like what we want our houses to look like and just hang out.
It's a vibe.
Sometimes we see cars leave his house and go in and we're like, look, he's alive.
Someone's coming in and out. I think yesterday I was with my girls and we saw like a blue plane and she was telling me, Jake has a blue plane. Maybe that's Drake. And I'm like, how do you even know?
That's crazy.
But that's so cool. He could just be, he's just out here. He's just a human like the rest of us, I guess.
I don't know. There's certain things I fuck with about him, and there's certain things that I have questions about.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, he knows how to be polarizing.
Yeah.
And he's made that his thing, and he just knows. He'll always be on that team. You're like, God, I love this guy. But low-key, I'm like, mad at you, but I love you. But
do you think he's handsome?
Lord, why you trying to put me on that guy?
Do you think he looks good?
He doesn't look bad.
That's not an answer. I don't think he was expecting that.
Shit. I shouldn't rate this man. He might block me from this city, girl. I'm trying to get
Is he your type, though?
He's cute. We know.
What is your type? I'm
Damn.
curious.
I like me a dark skin me. I like me a chocolate
Give me an
me.
example. Like who?
Lord. I like mid-ugly guys.
Who was the rapper that said something about ugly guys?
It has to be like mid-ugly. I don't like 10s. I just cannot deal with a 10.
Why? Do you want to be the 10? Is that why?
Period. Exactly. Like, we cannot be both 10s. And I feel like guys who are 10s are literally, like, so hard to be around.
Guys who are 10s give feminine energy.
They do. A lot of it. Like, they require attention so much. I
Like,
feel like,
why are you perfect? That's my job.
like, why? And then they be having the best lashes, the best eyebrow. Boy, stay over there.
Yeah.
I like me like a nice 7 to 8.5.
Yeah, I think that's a good rating too. I agree. And I know this sounds weird to say, but I always thought that girls, like in a relationship, girls should be prettier than the guy.
They should.
Yeah.
But damn, we can't.
Like,
but
you
there's so
can
many
both
pretty-
be a fire couple.
Yeah.
The girl just, I want her to be more fire. And most times they are.
All the handsome boys are going to be like, yo, see, they're hating on us.
No, but they can find themselves a super baddie.
Right?
You know what I mean?
There'll always be a baddie to match
what I'm
your fine.
saying.
You're right.
Somebody can always up your game.
Some women out here are beautiful, like gorgeous. You're like, how do you look like that? And you just exist like that? I would never want to move if I look like some girl.
I feel
just
you.
Like,
Sometimes I'll be on... Sometimes I'll be on TikTok and I'll see these girls. There's this one girl in particular, I don't remember her TikTok, but she's like fucking beautiful. Wow. She's so gorgeous. Her body's tea, like the way she dresses is just so, her skin is just fucking flawless. And she lives in like a super nice house. This guy is like literally hands and knees, like serving her. And I literally watch their TikToks and I'm like, as he should.
As he should.
That's what I would do.
Because why not? Like, I don't think guys get, like, the minute you adore your girl, like, we just become, like, these beaming sunshines that just want to do everything for you.
Yeah.
But they be doing the opposite, thinking, like, when they be, like, majority of them. I want to speak for you all, y'all.
I love how you looked at the camera when you said that. Don't cook me on
like,
this.
Please do not. But, like, I feel like majority of them think they will get that by demanding it. I'm like, actually, you get that by giving.
Do you know what my problem is with that?
Yeah.
Men are so quick in this day and age, especially to want to, and I think it's a valid request. I understand women want to be treated like women, men want to be treated like men.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
So they want to be leaders. They want to be the one to make decisions. They want to be the one to call the shots. They want to be, idolized by their woman. And like, that's normal. That's okay. Yeah. That part of the problem,
100%.
That part of the situation, I don't have a problem
And every man deserves that.
100%. But then when it comes to a woman being like, hey, listen, I can only bring out the feminine energy in me if you give me the masculine energy in you. They're like, no, but you first.
Like, it would never be.
That's the only time men are like, ladies first.
Literally. Everything else is like, who did this to these people? Yeah. I literally feel like there's a timeline where like specific age, because it's almost like textbook. If I sit down with my girls, we're saying the same thing.
Yeah. It's
almost like we date the same man, but no, we different types, different looks, different ages, but like same energy. And I'm like, which school did this man go to? Who taught them? Like, I feel like they are doing like a performative version of like masculinity. I don't know. I feel like they're doing like what they think it's supposed to look like. Yeah. But they don't know, like, it's actually so much softer than that.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
It's supposed to be, like, so grounding. It makes it, like, oh, God.
That's a perfect way of putting it.
It does. Yeah.
It's 100% performative because if you're actually a man, you don't have to be aggressive to prove to other men, not women. Notice how I said other men, because it's performing for other men. It's not like a true woman who's in her feminine and understands, like, wants a healthy relationship and understands herself and knows her worth, wouldn't fall for that.
No.
So I can only imagine that the people who do that, the men that do that, are performing for other men, but they really think that this aggression makes them manly, where it's like a true man knows when to be soft, knows when to lead, knows when to yield.
Literally.
That's the point.
That's the whole point. And I feel like also they don't realize that as women, we're so used to change. Like, change is our constant. Like, we live that. Every day is like, today I'll wake up, I'll be the happiest. Tomorrow is like, So it's like, that's just how the order of things are. Like, why are you trying to match me?
Yeah, that's weird. Like
what's going on?
Oh my God, you're preaching to the fucking choir.
We could talk about this for hours because I'm like, it just makes no sense. Somebody will find you in a bad mood and then that will put them in a bad mood. And I'm like, how are you in a bad mood now that how can't you just come and be like, babe, what's going on? What do you need? Do you need space? Do you need some more? What do you want? Instead, it's like, why are you mad? And now they're mad about that. Like,
but let's be mature about this.
Tired.
Okay, I'm trying very hard to be mature about this.
Yeah.
I understand that like an emotional action will often elicit an emotional reaction. I get that because people are humans, whether you're a man or a woman.
Yes.
Certain things will hurt your feelings. Certain things will trigger you. Certain things will offend you.
Yeah.
And they will provoke you to react a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
I get that. So in that sense, I kind of want to give them grace. But at the same time, I think this is very gender neutral in the sense that women should do it and men should do it.
Yeah, we should all do it.
If I'm tweaking, don't come down to my level. Bring me up to your level.
That's the part.
Now we're both tweaking.
Because why would you want to do that? And then you found me tweaking already. So I'm going to have to make sure you realize my tweaking was harder than your tweaking. You know, and I becomes a toxic cycle. And I'm trying to be a good woman.
Yeah,
Jesus.
And I'm competitive, so I want to be the bigger tweaker.
Especially if you, like, if it was my tweaking, and then you're trying to come on top of it and start tweaking. Oh, we're going to tweak. If I find you tweaking and then I start tweaking, I'm like, okay. You know, then I need to chill. But it's very rare that happens. Rare.
But that's the thing. That's why it's hard to be a man. You know, like that's the thing that makes being a man special. That's the thing I like about men. Don't take that away, because then I'm not really left with much. You know, like the fact that men are able to kind of refrain from partaking in certain emotional things because they could be emotional, but don't want to be, because they want to kind of make you rise to their occasion, be patient and let it pass and let the moodiness come and go kind of thing. It's kind of like a meditation. I enjoy it, you know? Do that more. It's just never...
I don't know. That's what I'm saying is like, we can't really... It's not a blame game, to be honest, because that solves nothing. Yeah. We could point fingers and all that, but it's like, once you get to a point where you're trying to change, now... that actually usually is the hardest too, because I have to acknowledge that part. There's like men I've met who literally they're trying, but they just have no tools. And then they're saying they want to do it, but then it's like when it comes from the mouth of someone like me, is offensive. I don't know if it's the way I say or what, but suddenly be like, I'm like, but you said you wanted this type of like thing in your life, like where somebody actually puts input and tells you what they see, because you don't get to experience yourself. So I'm gonna tell you, you actually move funny in these spots, right? This is weird. So it's like, how are you willing to take that? Because most of them are not. They get really defensive. Because
most men, and I don't mean this at all in a critical way, like at least in a bad way. It is a critique, I guess, so it is critical. But it's like, I meet a lot of men. I meet more men that are insecure than men that are secure.
Yeah.
So it's almost like an epidemic. And don't get me wrong, people who are watching, don't be quick to fucking... Actually, I don't know. Go in the comments. Do
as you like.
But whatever. But like women have their own faults too, especially nowadays because of social media. People are being swayed a lot of different ways. That goes for men and women.
Yeah.
But for men, I would say like a lot of men don't understand the importance of being secure. And a lot of women also gaslight men into thinking certain things are them being secure. But they're not.
They're not. Like money, for example, right?
Yeah,
or what do you think? That's like just having money and then it's like high value, and I'm like, your morals are pathetic. So why would you think I would actually like that?
It's such a backhanded thing, because it's like, how are you going to put so much value in a man who has money and then be upset when a man doesn't have a developed character? Because all they did was focus on money. And now you're telling them money's not enough and they need more and this and that. They never knew this.
Like, I thought I just had to have money and be 6'5".
That's what we told them most of their lives.
Damn.
And now we're telling them you got to be secure too.
And you got to have some emotional work. You guys to know how to express your emotions.
Yeah, it's a dog world out here.
It's really hard.
In general.
And that's why I feel like majority of people are just like tapped out from like trying.
Are you tapped out from trying?
Girl, I feel like if I gave the amount of devotion to myself that I've given to like men in the relationships, oh Lord, I'll be so far ahead. Because I'm like, why did I devote so much of myself? And I feel like I'm just coming out of that mindset of also, as we were also programmed to think a way about men, right? So I'm also coming out of that, like, oh, you need, or there's someone out there who complete you. Like, I'm like, why did that become such a thing? Like, why no one ever taught me that I can be full and experience life and just go do things? Like, I don't always have to be waiting for this one person. It's like, oh, now I actually am there, and I'm like, it's taken me long enough. Girl,
but it's satisfying.
It's taken me long enough.
But you know what, though? What you're saying is really true, but it's often when you let go and stop looking that it comes to you.
Jesus. I feel like if it was to come to me right now, I don't even know. That man would have... I don't even want to push it away, but you see those qualities you were talking about? He would have to have them 100%. Because who I'm coming up with my guards like this, like, no. He's not going to get that close that quickly. Like, you have to kind of pace it. But at the same time, I'm also at a place where I'm like, I actually haven't been by myself. Truly. Like, there's times when I was single, but was I really, like, focusing on myself?
You had distractions.
I was very distracted. So I'm like, actually, for once, I actually want to see what it feels like to just be by myself and not be waiting on someone or expecting, like, especially a man's voice or guidance or attention or something. Just devoting myself to myself. I just want to feel how that feels like, because I'm like, I actually haven't done it for real. And I seen this girl talking about like singing love songs to yourself, and I thought that was actually so cute. Because like literally, most of us when we listen to love songs, you're picturing someone. There's never once you're actually like, yo, like I'm that person. Like I've been there for myself. I'm like, damn, I actually miss my own love.
You should make a song about that.
ChatGPT, write my lyrics immediately. No, I'm
Do
kidding,
it now.
I'm kidding. But no, that's actually a nice concept. But sure, right?
Do it like in the sense of like it's like it sounds like a love song, but like in the end you realize it's about like that'd be cool.
I like that. I will.
I have a verse like that if you want it on your
song. Yo, we got to talk about that because the artist.
What I was gonna ask you a question. I've asked you so many questions, but I have another one. I want to play a game with you.
Yes, please.
I have not prepared this game. If it turns out to be shitty, we might just have to, I don't know, deal with it, cut it out. I don't fucking know.
Okay.
But you know that trend that like the guys will be sitting down and then girls will be asking them princess treatment or bare minimum? Have you seen it?
I've seen this. No.
Like moms will do it with their sons, girlfriends will do it with their boyfriends, wives and husbands, whatever. So the man will sit down and the woman will ask them a bunch of things and be like, princess treatment or bare minimum? And then be like opening the door. And then the guy will be like, bare minimum, doing this. Whatever.
Okay.
I want to do that with you, but I want to do it for a guy.
Okay. Cool.
I'm really curious if this is going to work, okay?
Cool,
I want to know.
this.
And I'm literally coming off the top, okay? Right. So what should we call it? Should it be like, is it like king treatment or bare minimum?
Yeah, I like that.
King treatment. Why is it like king but princess, not queen? That was always a question for me.
That's what I'm saying. We're always being taught to be like subservient anyway. That's a different topic for another day.
I was just about to say, we literally can't get through one conversation without getting distracted. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll say king treatment or bare minimum.
Yeah.
Okay. Doing the laundry for your man.
That's king treatment.
King treatment? But I will preface this by saying he's a good man. Savannah, he's a good man.
So I'm like, that's actually king treatment.
That's king treatment. Yeah. Okay. Planning dates regularly. Not all the time, regularly.
Wait, the man's the one who's doing the planning, right?
You're doing the planning.
Lord, bare minimum. Please don't make me in charge of things.
Oh, it's bare minimum or it's king treatment?
Wait, I think I'm
if you're planning the dates regularly, not all the time, he plans sometimes, but you also plan them regularly. Is that king treatment or is that bare minimum?
I feel like it's bare minimum. I don't want to be doing that.
So then it's king treatment.
Wait, oh God! Wait, what?
You don't think that you should be the one No, you don't think you should be the one regularly planning dates.
I wouldn't want to be
so then
the one.
that's king treatment.
So
if
I did it,
you don't want to do that.
King treatment.
Yeah, you don't want to do it.
I don't.
Okay, so that's king treatment. Okay, we'll leave it. Maybe that was confusing.
Okay.
We'll do another one. Massaging your man at night.
I think that's bare minimum.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Cooking for your man.
King? That's king treatment.
That's king treatment?
Yeah. If I'm cooking for you, I really care.
Okay. When you shop for yourself, you also buy something for your man.
Oh. Damn. I'm actually split on this. And it's because I'm not really a gifter, nor do I care for gifting. But I feel like a lot of people do. So I'll say it's bare minimum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for me personally, if I'm doing that for you, that's king treatment because I don't remember it.
Okay. Keeping on top of bills and making sure your man's like scheduled properly, like knows when everything is due.
Oh. We're talking about a good man, right?
Yeah, he's a good man.
It's a good man, Savannah. That's king treatment for sure.
Yes, he's a good man.
He deserves that, yeah.
He deserves that?
Yeah.
So that's bare minimum then.
Lord, I think I'm fucking up this game.
No, you're not.
So confused.
No, you're doing good.
Are you sure?
Good. Yeah. Based on your reactions, I'm sure everybody knows.
Okay.
So that's bare minimum then. That's
right.
That's
okay.
You should do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
I like that. Putting his towel in the dryer so that when he comes out of the shower, his towel is warm.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm doing this? Maybe I'm not doing enough. That's something. Lord. Anyway, that's king treatment.
Okay, king treatment.
Damn. Wait, what? I was actually stuck on that because if you're receiving that, you better wife that girl immediately.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. dealing with his, like, communicating with his family when he doesn't want to.
Whoa.
Not like he doesn't want to talk to them, you go talk to them, but like he's just stressed out. He has too much going on. So his mom messages you and says, hey, what's going on with this? You take on that thing and you respond.
I think that's a bare minimum.
Okay. You're a good woman, Savannah.
Yeah. I mean, if we're connected like that, that's my family too. So, and I would hope they would do the same thing for me, because sometimes I'm like, yo, talk to me.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. Having sex with him whenever he wants to, even if you're not in the mood.
Yeah, no.
I'm not saying you don't want it. You're just not in the mood.
In the mood. Hey.
But he really wants it.
That's king treatment.
That's king treatment?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair. I agree.
Yeah. God, please don't
now
make me
you're
do
asking
that.
for a lot. I'm putting your fucking towel in the dryer. I'm reminding you about the bills. This is a full-time job.
I better be getting $10,000 monthly allowance. Thank you.
That's cute. You give him pep talks when he has something stressful coming up.
Yeah, that's bare minimum.
That's bare minimum?
Yeah.
You ask him about how his day was every day, and you actually listen.
Every day?
Yeah, every day. How was your day? And then you listen.
Treatment? That's okay shit. That's good treatment.
You think so?
Every day? Whoa.
That's crazy.
Isn't that bare minimum? I guess you do communicate with the person every day. And, like,
would you want him to ask you?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I volunteer information. I don't even be waiting to be told. I will tell you about my whole day. When I turned left and I was supposed to turn right, I'll tell you about it.
Okay, fair. Okay, so now, because you had a lot of bare minimums in there, I want you to tell me what you consider to be bare minimum and what you consider to be king treatment, like, in general. Like, what are some things that you would do then? Because it's, like, it sounds like you are, like, a good partner in the sense that you're down to, like, communicate and, like, make them feel good and make sure they're happy and, like, that kind of stuff. But you don't want to go the extra mile.
I really don't. I feel like, damn. I don't know. I feel like that I would be doing too much. And I feel like some of these men don't appreciate that enough. Yeah. You kind of need to leave just a little bit off the table. Otherwise, you make yourself too accessible, too available. They're like, she must not have shit to do.
Do you think, maybe, I agree with you. Yeah. I've had that experience also.
Yeah.
Do you think that has to do with, like, I think I know the answer to this question, but do you think that has to do with the man? Because if it's a good man, like, he's a really good man. He takes care of you. He pays all the bills. Like, he's, like, there for you. If anything, you need anything, he doesn't mind to chip in on the chores. Like,
everything.
He does his own. You would do everything for that guy, right?
Yeah.
But see, that's exactly my point. That's kind of the reason why I wanted to play this game with you. I had a lot of guys ask me, like, play that game with girls. But the thing is, like, that's exactly what we were talking about. Most girls are willing to do anything for a guy if the guy initiates or sets a good tone for the relationship. Yeah. But in my opinion, and I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it should be the man that sets the tone.
Yeah, 100%.
You set the tone that this is how we treat each other, that this is how we talk to each other, that this is how much we communicate, this is how much we are involved in each other's lives. Yeah. And I don't know a single woman, at least in my circle, that wouldn't do that for you.
Yeah, 100%.
And more.
And more. That's what I was saying, like, you pour into a woman, we just, like, you become a whole different woman. I've seen, like, women change, even physically, how they look, just by being in, like, beautiful relationships. Like, having men who literally are there for real. Like, you know, like, they have that real thing. And I'm like, wow. Like, down to a cellular level, like, you could literally change me.
Yeah.
And but they be doing the opposite. I'm like, why are you giving me stress now? Yeah. I'm breaking out now. My period is late now.
I feel you. A bad man will literally make you bald, bro. Listen, like, I'm telling you, like, this shit is crazy.
I'm about to cut out my hair. I'm sorry. I have to start from scratch.
I started from scratch. Do you remember my bald era?
Oh, yeah, you did, actually. Look at you now, flourishing. Bob is bobbing. I'm telling you, I love that.
It's not a Bob, it's a Robert.
I didn't know.
But anyways, enough about these men.
Yeah. Thank you.
Love y'all, but it's time to move on.
Yeah.
So what's next with your music, with your... I know you said you're coming out with a... like
single.
clothing brand.
Yes.
What about your music? What's going on?
Yeah, so I just released a new song maybe like 5 weeks ago. The one that's called Africa.
Yeah.
So I've been pushing that for a while.
To my motherland, now rule is where I belong. Africa, Africa.
I feel like I'm kind of a chameleon. I switch, like I'm just always matching the environment and the vibe I'm with. I don't know. It works for me.
I love
it
that.
don't
You're
work for
very
you.
versatile.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do boxes. They just make me not want to breathe.
Yeah,
but anyway,
I
I'm
feel
doing this single with my girlfriend. Her name is Martini. We did like a girl anthem. It's called Stronana.
Oh, I love
So
that.
we're literally gonna be doing girly, fun things. I just want to experience that side of it. The verses, literally, the chorus is so sweet and nice and calm, but the verses were just talking a bunch of like ish about this.
I'm excited for that. Wait,
Yeah.
is it gonna be? When is it gonna be out?
It will be. We're still like discussing the date, so by the time this airs, probably be like we'll have a specific date. But like she just actually came into the city. She doesn't live in Toronto. She came in today. I thought she would make it for this, but maybe we didn't have work. But anyway, she just came in and we were about to get some content in, shoot a little visualizer, just get that stuff rolling. And mid-August, drop it. Because we're just going to wait for like the Caribbean and all that to kind of die down and then give people something new, exciting, kind of to fall into fall. Oh, that's nice. Fall into fall.
Fall into
but
fall.
yeah, so yeah, that's what we're planning.
Are you
I'm
gonna
so
have
excited.
a music video for it?
Yeah,
Are you gonna make the clothes?
Yes, of course. I actually just did. Yeah,
sick.
I just did actually. I made something for her. Yeah, I did. That's actually what I was working on when I told you I was trying to make some pants, and then I ended up with a skirt.
So you already made it.
I've been working.
That's crazy.
Even today before I came here, I was like, try to get in as much stitches as you can. And I'm like, okay, you guys to go.
I love that. Okay, so we'll be looking out for that.
Yes.
How does your family feel about you making music or pursuing art?
I actually wouldn't be able to tell you that 100%. I try not to hear their opinion.
Really? Are they critical?
I think they just don't understand it. Especially once you've done something for quite a while and then it's like you're still not at the level that you perceive you be or like have, or, it becomes a little tricky. Because now they're like, so that thing you say, what's happening with that? And I'm like, you can't put a timing on someone's like dream. Like, I don't know. Probably the thing I need to work on has nothing even to do with music. And I actually know that when it comes to my brand, I know it's me personally. That's why I'm like, okay, time for myself and figure that out. Because everything else is in check. And I'm like, I can't rush that part.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
so you try to kind of like filter out some things?
Like
That's
literally
good.
right now I'm reminded not to respond to anything. Like literally not give my energy to anything that will make me feel like, I'm not there yet because I'm like, in my head, like obviously we have all these visions, but you just can't put a timing on that. Like it takes time. Yeah.
You want to focus on what you're doing.
It takes time. Yeah.
I like that. That's a very healthy approach.
Yeah.
I asked you before you came on if what you were comfortable talking about and if there was anything you weren't comfortable talking about. And you said that there's nothing that you're not comfortable talking about. And I love that. But if this ends up being something that you don't want to talk about, we can always cut it out.
Okay.
But this is something that made me, all things aside, like artistry aside, passion aside, what you do aside, this is something that made me really, really like and respect you as a human being. And it's your relationship with your brother.
Oh.
That really, like, I don't know if you noticed it that day when we were hanging out and you told me about it, but I thought about that, like, for a very long time. And every time your name comes up now, I think about that. Because to me, like, if we were, like, super, super close and you were comfortable with it, that's something I would brag to everybody about you. Because I love people who take care of their family because to me, being resilient, being successful, being whatever is, like, cool and all.
Yeah.
But somebody who, like, does all of that and dedicates all of them to their family is crazy to me.
It is.
Are you comfortable talking about that a little bit?
Yeah, I am actually. I feel like it's something that needs to be spoke about because like there is a lot of people who are different to us in the world and like they literally exist. So we shouldn't like kind of hide them away. And I had someone actually comment that in the like, yo, you hide your brother, and I'm like, first of all, he has nothing to do with my Shy Music brands.
Yeah.
Like,
and also maybe he doesn't want to be on
like
my show.
Anyway, but at the same time, I think it's important to speak about like such things that like lead people there. Because for example, my brother, he wasn't born like that. It's just something that happened to him, right? And then he had it was a brain condition. You know about this because I told it to you, but just for the audience and the camera, he got like a brain tumor, and so he had to get surgery. And he was young, so that really impacted. He was what, like maybe 5. So that really impacted like his growth overall. So till now, like he's been in support. He kind of needs support, right? But he's a cool guy. So we're just trying to find something for him to engage in. And for me, that's why I really have to make a space for myself here because he loves creativity. He loves music. He's actually one of my biggest fans. Even the other day, he was like, yo, let's make a song together. And actually, I thought that was so cool. I'm like, yeah, this would be a cool experience to get in the studio with him.
That's so
and
cool.
just like have him experience that. He loves it. Anything I create, literally, when he just sees me, like even before I left the house, he's like, you look amazing. He'll give me so many compliments.
Yeah, no, he's dope. I had
so
the pleasure of encountering him.
Shout out Alvin.
Yeah, Alvin's dope.
Yeah.
I got a chance to meet him. I didn't get a chance to talk to him too much, but he did fucking seem amazing.
Yeah, he's cool.
And also, okay, so you said that this is something that happened to him, so it wasn't something that he was born with.
No.
When it first happened, you're older than him, obviously.
Yeah, by 4 years.
Yeah. When it first happened and like as you got a little bit older, what was your perception of like about the situation? Did you have a hard time coming to terms with the fact that you might have to show up for him, or was that just something that you knew that like I got to step up for him? I'm his older sister.
Yeah, I feel like I knew it and I took it seriously, but as I got older, I was like, okay, like he actually hit that this is the reality for real. So I'm trying to get more involved with like just his day to day because I don't particularly like know 100% because my mom really deals with that a lot. She's the one who was with him every second.
Shout out to mom.
Shout out to our moms, by the way. They be doing the thing.
Yeah.
But when it comes to this, like it was, I kind of go through phases with it. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, I feel the heaviness because I don't want to say supposed to be, but like that boy used to be top of his class. Top. Acing everything, and then suddenly something just took that away from him, and I feel like it's so unfair, but at the same time that's just who he is. So I just hope like whatever he has to do in his life he's tied to this. Like I want him to have a voice for himself, so I'm trying to do that. It's like it's hard to balance. Like every phase is something you need to deal with. When he was younger, you know he was younger. Now he's a grown man. He literally speaks with a bass in his voice and he has beards. So it's like it's a different type of challenge now to do with him. I try to make him like more confident in his decisions because he's not able to really do that. And it's partly his condition and partly also like my mom because they have such a tight relationship and for her, this became her whole life. Yeah. So, like, there's that dynamic. And I'm like, oh, that's usually... Now, that's where we are at right now.
You got to
like,
balance it out. You're like, mom be suffocating you, but let me go about this differently a little bit.
Like, you can be able to make your decisions for yourself. And I do see a difference in him sometimes when she's not around. And it's not like, we're not blaming anybody. It's just what it is,
moms.
You know? Yeah, it's just, that's how they
that's
literally...
That's how moms are. That's what it's like to be a mom. Like, your kids are your whole world.
Everything. So... That's what I try to just encourage in him. And he's always like, if there's one thing he tells me is like to just keep speaking how I speak. Because I'm very blunt and direct. I don't really go through the corners. Like, you will always know how I feel. Like, you will know. I try to keep... So, at first he was like, I didn't used to like that. But he comes and tells me like, the older I get, the more I really appreciate that. Because there's never once I'll be like, is she mad at me or not? Is she... No, you'll know. I'll be like, yeah, I'm not fucking with you today.
That's probably so nice to not have to like second guess what like your sister
someone is
feels
thinking.
Or someone is thinking.
In general, I prefer that. Like, just tell me straight up so I know what we're dealing with. But when it comes to him, is that he actually got an internship for a job. And he was working for a little bit when I was in Kenya. And he got to experience that and just see how it is to like get a check. You know,
did he like it?
He loved it. But like the physical part kind of gets tiring for him.
Yeah.
So in my head, like what I'm thinking in the future is like to incorporate like physical therapies and like have him active. Because I feel like he needs to move. You know, I feel like moving the body really helps.
Really important. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Especially if you're someone who already has something that is like not usual. Like you should move your body. Like you can't just settle into that. So I'm trying, but at the same time, it's like it's heavy to carry for me. Plus, do what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Because right now I feel like more than ever, like I actually need to make it to that point where I want to.
But that's exactly why I wanted to talk about this because now for everybody watching, now when you guys go on her page and see her music and whatever, now you guys know that on top of being a badass who does all of these things, she also has a whole private life that you guys don't, well, now you know about.
A little bit,
And that's complicated and that she deals with.
Yeah.
Do you think that your brother would say that you're a good sister?
Oh, for sure. I know he adores me.
Yeah.
He actually, I know that boy loves me. Sometimes I even feel guilty. Because I'm like, you love me so much. Like, he puts me on this pedestal. I feel like I'm his world.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
he lives kind of through me. Like, when he gets to see the stuff I'm doing, it's like, yo, that's so cool. Especially when it comes to the music. There's not one time. Anything I create, even when I cook something, he's like, yo, you need a restaurant.
Oh, I love that. He's like
really,
your number one fan, like you said. That's crazy.
He sees that. And he knows art and good things too. So he's like, yo, this song you made. Even sometimes he'll tell me, don't do that harmony like that. I'm like, what do you mean?
That's amazing. I love. Do you ever
cool.
does he ever tag along when you go to like the studio or like do creative things?
No, it's never really happened. You know how the studio environment
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
So I'm
it's
like,
different.
oh.
Yeah. Does he ever hang out with you in your sewing studio?
Oh yeah. Like down
Yeah.
there he'll come.
I want to
often
hang out with you
sometimes.
down there.
Yeah, it's a cool place. You
I
should
wanna
come
see what you
actually.
do.
Yes. Maybe we can do like a one-on-one. Can you sew? Because I know you said you love fashion.
I used to when I was younger.
Okay.
But now I can't use the sewing machine anymore.
Okay.
But I can still like sew with my hands and I
Okay.
know how to make things make sense.
Okay.
Like I
So
have
you
the
have a good
vision. I'm not
basis.
one of those people where like I absolutely have no idea
clue.
because I like it, right?
Yeah.
Anything you like, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I used to draw and like paint and stuff like that when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of more my realm. But I like designing them. Like I like putting the idea together. But like in terms of actually executing it, I'm
Constructing it.
not too like.
Maybe we could actually duo on that because I would like some inspiration.
That would be fine.
So you can draw some things and then I'll try to bring them to life.
I would love that. And if you ever need somebody to wear your clothes,
Immediately, yes. I wish I remembered to bring something. Now I have to remember every time I go somewhere to just bring a little
my
gift
God,
because I
I'm
would have
so
brought
excited.
you something cute and.
it's
but don't
okay.
worry.
We haven't seen
Next
each other in a long time. You don't even know. Maybe I was fucking 400 pounds. You don't know that.
No, it could be like a little bag, like this. Look, like this bag I made.
You made this bag?
Yeah.
That's so cute.
It's so cute. And then I made it in a way that like it's detachable. So it actually had a different strap. Earlier it was like fully like this.
Yeah.
And this was from like a sweater I literally thrifted.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
So before I left Kenya, I did a thing. God, I went to the thrift market because I was like, I love upcycling things. I just don't like to see things going to waste. So I will see the fabric in everything, not just the garment. I'm like, nice fur. I'm gonna make some,
Yeah, that's
So
sick.
I literally bought a whole suitcase of furs and different type
Oh, that's
things.
dope.
So
That's
I
a
want
good
to drop
idea.
like a little collection of bags and like cute tops with like fur at the top. Like I'll just see what I
Yeah.
get into.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have ideas,
And
let me
that's so much
know.
sicker that it came from Kenya. It has a whole story.
It has a whole story. It literally left Canada, went to Kenya because they send them over there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like if
yeah.
you're thrifting,
Yeah.
I would go out the thrift store and find like Goodwill, not even like a Value Village.
Yeah.
Like they already have been thrifted here. Nobody
then-
bought them now.
Now they're there. But you know what though? That's kind of what I love about thrifting.
Yeah.
And I love thrifting when I go like on vacation to places too. If they
Yes. Mm-hmm.
have good thrift stores, I go because they have stories.
Yep, so much.
Like when you came into my house, you said that you like my home and that it's
Yes,
like
so
whatever.
beautiful.
Everything in my house, like it has like a story because it wasn't like something that I went in like to the store and bought it. They're all
yeah.
like things I found at like antique stores and like
Wow.
markets and like stuff like that. So I love the story. I'm obsessed with that. Also, let's not take for granted the fact that that is the pop of color in your outfit, which
Literally.
I love.
Right? I was
And
like,
then it matches a little bit your
my liner.
eyeliner.
Yeah. I love the detail. You took it in. I love that.
I'm not a man, but I know what women like.
Yes.
I feel you. So what's in the cards for this summer, the rest of the summer?
I'm just gonna get into like some performances. Obviously, drop the song Stronana with my girl, so you'll see me popping everything. But yeah, I was just like in a song rollout mode for that one, and then fall time I'll kind of fall back a little bit on that and kind of refocus on like why I started writing music because I've kind of lost all these things that I'm working on is things I already had. Like I have so much projects, so I'm just like, okay, before I drop them, let me kind of recenter and remember why I'm doing this again.
Yeah.
So I'm like, in the meantime, I could be doing something else. And like, I have fashion to do. Actually, this has made me more money than my music. And I've done
so
this.
much shit going on.
Your girl is a lawyer.
You're killing it.
And yeah,
Knock on wood.
yeah.
You're killing it.
I even thank you.
I love that for you.
Yeah,
but
I
you don't
wanna
have
make
any
it pop.
fun, like not career-oriented things for your summer?
It's like, what do you think about it?
Like a fucking vacation? What
Wow,
is
I'm
happening?
actually so career oriented. I didn't even think about anything else. But my girlfriends, shout out to my girls. Like, I have such a cool girlfriend group.
Yeah.
And we hang out. So I'm just down to do whatever we get into. Like, drives out of the city, go look at waterfalls. I love chasing
I love
nature.
that.
I love nature. Like, if I'm not doing this, I'm probably at some water park.
Oh,
or
I
like
love that
I'm
too.
by the water.
I didn't know that about you. I was literally just about to ask you, are you like a city girl or
No.
are you like a
I love
nature
nature.
kind of girl?
That's why I loved being in Kenya so much. Because especially when I go to my grandparents' house,
Yeah.
I just was like, wow, I can live here.
Yeah.
I love nature. Like,
That's fine.
city is okay, but no. Take me where the waterfalls is at.
I'm the same way. So next time we go somewhere to like, because we, you know, our friend group, we do a lot of things outdoorsy.
do actually.
So
Please.
I had another guest too who I was like, really? You also like nature?
Yeah.
They were like, yeah. And then I hit them up for the next camping thing that we
Yeah.
had going on. So I'm going to reach out to you too.
Please.
And I mean that. I do actually do
I
that.
know you mean that. I can feel it.
I do actually do
I would
that.
love to do
and
that
then
with y'all.
also, when I do decide finally, when the time comes for me to go to Kenya, will you help me put my itinerary together?
Yes, for
Because
sure.
girl, I'm confused because I
Don't
talked
worry.
to some people who are like, you can go like stay somewhere and then travel in between
Yeah.
yourself, and then other people are like, no, it's hard. You should probably go with like a tour. It's hard to like kind of navigate where to go on your own. But no one says it's not safe. That's one thing I will say that I'm very happy about. Because there's a lot of places I want to go to, and everyone's like, girl, no.
It's not safe. You just have to be smart though and quick.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be aware of your environment sometimes. Although lately, like, when I left, it was not good. Like, what our president has just...
What's going on in Kenya? Tell me a little bit.
So this man, he was put in power with so much promises, and people had so much belief in him. But literally, the amount of time he's not even been in power for
Wait,
more
who are
than
we
2
talking
years.
about?
I don't even want to say his name. 'Cause
Okay.
he be finding
What does he
people.
do? Is he like
The president.
of Kenya? Okay. Got it. Understood.
But this man be finding people, literally.
It's not for me. I got what you were saying. I just wanted to make sure that when I turn this into a short, other people know.
There. I like how you're saying kid. But like, he literally took power and he's starting to act like a dictator. Like, the way he's moving, people are scared for their lives and like just
Oh, wow.
worried. Like, there's so much angst there. Things are like hella expensive. Like, when I live here relatively, I was just like, okay, this is fine. But like, for people who live here, I'm like, how the hell do you even survive out here? And then what else is like the problem? I just feel like he's really sadistic and not human. Because the type of things that is going on,
What
people
kind of
are being
things? Tell
killed-
us a little bit.
People are being killed on. Okay, so like last year, there was a big protest that happened, literally in June, I believe. This was the first time people protested. They went out on the streets, and some people got killed for protesting. Like a rifle, no one was doing anything.
Like a peaceful protest.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
some people ended up losing. Many people ended up losing their lives, right?
That's
So
so
it was
fucked.
horrible, and they were trying to reject this bill that they were trying to pass that would have like taxed everybody like crazier, and like, you know, it's one thing if like you're taking taxes and actually building the country, but just to put it in your pocket is wild.
Mm.
It's like, why are there no roads some places? Like, that is insane.
And then
like, you
people
can
are working
connect.
so hard
People
for
are
it, too.
working so
Yeah.
hard, and you're just out here acting like you deserve everything. But he's not saying, like, some of the things he said, I just don't feel like he's a human being. Because there's no way you'll watch, like, last year, that protest that I'm talking about, I believe it's that protest, maybe. But there's a boy who actually died, and he was 8. And he got many shot, like, he was shot many times. And then when he was asked about it in the press, he didn't even have a clue. And then when he actually said, but isn't the boy alive though?
You're joking.
And the mom is somewhere like just lost the kid like 2-3 days ago.
And this guy doesn't even know about it.
So out of touch with what's going on.
That's fuck.
He's in fear. Like, if he moves around, there's at least 10 cars ahead of him. 10 cars. Like, he knows
That people are
don't
on
mess
his
with
head.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just before I left, literally, there was the biggest protest. Millions of people came out of the streets. Millions of people. Like, just walking and being like, yo, we're done with this. And then, like, majority, they keep saying it's Gen Z. You know, the Gen Zs are not scared of anything. And truly, like, they're not.
Yeah,
they
it's
will
the
give
same
their
thing in
life
my
for this.
country. I
Yeah,
feel
it's
you.
the same thing that's happening everywhere. So that, for me, like, when I look at it, I try to open their minds and be like, don't just think this is, like, a Kenyan-based thing. This is a system that's happening in every country. As much as you can't see, because it's not in the news, or it's happening. People are really out here struggling. And they would use comments like, this is Kenya, this is not Iraq. And I'm like, don't you think Iraq was a real place with real people, real families, real homes, things that just got destroyed? Like, it can happen so quickly.
Yeah.
And that's what they're trying to do to us. I'm like, this is crazy.
But you know what though? Everything you just said, if I were to remove Kenya and put Iran, it would be the exact thing.
Same
No
thing.
one would even know the difference.
Nope.
And to be honest with you, in a way, I think that that's a really
Fortunate.
beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Because it's uniting us in a way that should be feared by those people who are doing these kinds of things.
Yep.
Because now, for the first time in a very long time, at least I think in my lifetime, everybody from everywhere in the world is realizing that they need to be more self-reliant and less reliant on the government
structures,
and that they need to basically flip this hierarchy on its head and that the government needs to go back to being nothing more than public servants.
Yep.
And I love that for us because really and truly it is uniting us, and that is gonna turn things around in a way that they never fucking expected.
It'll definitely take time, and they're scrambling in their shoes to make sure that doesn't happen. Like in my country, for example, the way they're inciting fear in people, it's like, but people are just tired. They don't even care anymore. They're like, I might be the next on a t-shirt, but damn, like I'm done with it. So why am I here? And then like that protest, I'm telling you, damn, they literally by the next day, Nairobi looked like a ghost town. Because they go and send other people to distract people who are being peaceful protesters. They go now hurt people on the street. These goons were sent. You'll see them walking around with like bats and like machetes. At night, women were raped, like in the street. So if you found yourself outside at a weird time, like it was bad. People were missing. Oh Lord, gunshots. I'm like, what is going on? There were so many people in the streets. I was like, I even got to see one that happened. I was with my cousins, and there'll be like smaller protests within like towns or cities, whatever. There's one that was done nearby, and I was like, they were just throwing like, what do you call these things that explode and then it's hand grenade? They're not grenades, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Smoke bombs or whatever.
Yeah.
They were throwing so many of those, and like most of them have like pepper in them. People are crying in the streets. It's so bad. And then like this last one especially, there's a big reporter. I don't know if you know him, and he's from Kenya. He now works for the CNN. He's called Larry Madowo.
Okay.
He's huge. He's actually really huge now. The fact that a Kenya presenter made it to CNN, and he's big time. He was in there, like, within the protest, like, recording, because, you know, journalists are actually crazy people.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I rate them.
Yo! I'm like, good for you. I would never do that, but good for you. He literally is like, he went to this corner. Some people had been cornered by the police. They're in, like, a little corner, and they keep throwing those bombs in there, so these people can barely breathe. So when he saw that, he rushed over there, and he's interviewing the people, because they can't do anything to him. You cannot kill a CNN correspondent live on freaking camera. So he is able to talk to the people, and they were just like, I feel like if you didn't come here, we would have all died today. So he literally was able to like help them get away from those people, because some of these people in uniforms, Kenyans are not, okay, we're not also sane in our head, because you'll find people in the riot playing games, dancing. Like we make fun out of everything is all I'll say.
Yeah, I feel
so. There was people in the street just doing random stuff, but like, they were saying that most of these people in uniforms are literally losers and failures. Like they had nothing else. So they were all thrown in the forces. So these are people with anger issues. So the minute they have like a gun or something, they feel like, oh, macho. Yeah. There's someone who was shot at like this range with a shotgun.
Yeah, you're like a pussy for that.
Like we saw, and this video was being played over and over in TV. Is that normal? I was like, okay, I get it if I open my phone. And I get it, that's what we're seeing. But why is this on TV like it's okay? That's a person. Like the whole process, choop, to the ground. They choop to the ground. And I'm like, that's
I feel like
sadistic.
they're trying to desensitize people to these kinds of things.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, for example, like I'm like, I don't know how I ended up on the Congo side of TikTok, but I watch a lot of those TikToks and I'm like, how is this something that like, obviously, people should know about it, but how is this not a bigger deal? And how is it that when it is shown to us, there's like no warning, there's no like whatever. And also like, I can't remember who I was talking to and I was like, oh yeah, like what's going on in Congo right now is fucked. And then they were like, what's going on in Congo?
Oh,
and I'm like, there's no fucking way that you don't know what the fuck is going on in Congo. I know I found out on TikTok, but I knew before. I just didn't know how bad it was.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah,
it's
bad. Fucked up. What do you think that like people here could do, if anything, to help?
People here?
Because that's all I can do is tell people here.
Truly. Like, oh God. Like, I don't even know. I feel like, I don't even know. Especially when it comes to our country, this is kind of new to us. We used to just be like, "Wait!"
You're such fun-loving fucking people.
love
You don't
fun.
deserve this bullshit, bro.
And then this motherfucker trying to come there and like cause problems. So people are literally so depressed. So I don't know. I just put out
Awareness?
let's just put out awareness. And if you know a Kenyan person, just hug them.
I was literally
Let's all
just
hug
about to
each other.
say, go and hug your Kenyan friends,
Please,
okay?
hug your Kenyan friends. We're not okay.
I'm gonna hug my Kenyan friend after this podcast. Thank you so much for being here
Yeah.
today. I really truly appreciate it. I know you got a
thank
million and one things
you.
going on.
Thank you.
And now they know too. Is there anything else that you want to say before we get off?
Oh, first of all, shout out to you. I'm so proud of your growth.
Thank
You're doing amazing. And before I cut this, I actually had a question for you as an
Yeah,
artist.
go for
Because
it.
I remember you rapping.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still do that? This girl, she's sick.
I could
She know
never. I love you. Thank
She
you.
knows that.
I could never not be in the music process.
Right.
So if I'm not making music, I'm always in the studio with Rocco.
Okay,
like
okay.
I'm so invested in his music career. All of my friends are artists. I'm
Right.
even invested in your music career.
Let's go.
But for myself personally, there was a time where the kind of music I was making wasn't resonating with me anymore.
All right.
I was just making it because I was good at it.
Okay.
So I'm taking some time to see what is a type of music that maybe I love making and that I'm also good at.
Okay.
So I'm taking like vocal classes. I'm going to I'm listening to a lot of different genres of music. I'm
Nice.
exploring with Rocco.
Love it.
I do have some songs that I'm sitting on that I haven't released. But I don't know. I don't know when. I don't know if I'll ever come back to music. But
Yeah.
all I can say is I love music.
still love music,
I love
same.
musicians. Shout out to everybody who's putting their heart and soul into this fucking game because it's not easy. And I
is
know that
not.
firsthand. And from watching all my friends and loved ones
Yeah.
do it. So shout out to you guys.
Shout out to you.
But yeah, I'm definitely always invested in this fucking
Okay. Love it.
world.
Love it. I can't wait to get a verse. I'm gonna need a verse one of these days.
You know what? That song that you were talking about, that we
Right.
talked about, that one might be something that I might be down
Okay.
to. Yeah, that's a
So,
message I'm willing to stand
You're
by.
willing to stand on that. What's the vibe we're going for? We're giving R&B a little bit. He has to give R&B.
I don't know. I'm following your lead because you're on a different level.
Girl.
I'll come. I'll
We'll be
do my
in the
part,
studio
but
together
shit.
and be like Rocco, put this on. He's so
Yeah.
good too. Shout
Yeah.
out to Rocco.
Shout out to Rocco, too.
Rocco. That's one of the coolest people.
Shout
I
out to
know.
everybody.
For real.
We're just a bunch of lovers.
I should
in a
get on my Instagram. Shout out to
We're just a
every
couple of
name.
lovers in a fucking cruel world, okay?
Truly.
For sure.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you to you for being here.
you.
We'll see what happens with my music journey.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching another episode. I am going to put Shai's Instagram over here on the wall, which is the screen for you guys. So feel free to follow her music journey, her designer journey. I don't
Yes,
know what
Hooks
to say.
and Looks.
We don't know what it'll be. Hooks and Looks.
Shout out to
Look
you.
out for that and her new song coming out sometime in mid-August.
Yes.
And yeah, just follow her. Keep up with her life. Why did that sound weird the way I said it? life. But yeah, keep up with her and show her some love. And go hug your Kenyan friends and show your friends some love.
Immediately.
Love you
yes.
guys. Bye.